Alright, Gaylords, we are back with bending boxes and cylinders. The warming up because I'm garbage. And no, that is not an insult. It's actually a name, a first name, in fact. If any of you have seen the documentary Meet the Fockers, right, I'm sure one of us, or many of us, have been referred to that in an endearing manner, at least a couple points in our lives. Myself included. It was actually my nickname for days on end, years on end, the fuck, days on end? Years on end every day since I was a child, right? They call me Mr. Gaylord, faggot supreme for what, from the ages of 6 to 12. Honestly, my bestest friends during those times, although there was a lot of crying, surprisingly. I'm not sure why, but and times alone. But yeah, let's get to it. Bending boxes, fucking horrible jokes. Fucking absolute shit, bro. I like stumbling, stuttering. It's a joke. So anyways, fucking shit intro. Oh, one more thing. I mean, I have a couple things to discuss. A, I suffered severe art block. For 2 days, I did not draw. It was horrible, right? Actually, on Sunday, which today is Tuesday. Sunday, I intentionally didn't draw, and just to like chill, right, relax. And then yesterday, I wanted to draw really badly, but I just didn't really feel like it at the same time. It was this really odd juxtaposition. So I'm not sure why. Please do tell if any of you have experienced that, right? But yeah, it was very, very difficult. I try to be disciplined, obviously, but I guess I do have some days like this, and it sucks. But I try not to feel too guilty about it, even though the entire day was spent in suffering. Right? I didn't do piano or art, and I was like, it's okay, I'm fine, I'll do it tomorrow. But the entire day, I was like, oh, so not fun. Oh yeah, and another thing. Apparently, begging for likes and subscribes actually works according to Reddit, right? Apparently, and to stats that if you actually just remind people to like and subscribe the video, then they actually will. Because you fucking idiots seem to forget every time you watch my video. So please like and subscribe, guys. Right? I'll be doing that. That's my new intro, where I'll say whatever and then I'll beg for likes and subscribes, and we'll see. We'll put it to the test. This very rigorous scientific methodology of studying, and see if it works, right? If I get more than 5 likes per video now, we'll know that begging actually does make a difference. So with that being said, let's get started. I'm gonna start with the boxes, I guess. I mean, bending boxes is pretty simple, to be honest. That's why I always try to put a little bit of a twist on that shit. Because it's really just one plane facing one way with horrible, inconsistent lines. This is what happens when you don't draw for a day, right? And then it's literally just the other plane. Well, it's like, what? How do you connect these two planes together? It's impossible. Oh my god. But it's not impossible. It's just like this. Ta-da! Right. Honestly, I do struggle with creativity when it comes to art because there are ways to make bending boxes and cylinders, and obviously lines are pretty unevenly distributed there in terms of weight. There are ways to make bending boxes and cylinders more interesting. I am just struggling to find that right now, right? But let's just focus on really trying to grind our brains and take our time. I don't fucking draw for 2 days. I already don't know how to draw again. Amazing. But I'm trying to think. Because bending cylinders is actually not that bad. I'm just trying to think how I would do this. I'm trying to do something specifically. Okay, so I'm trying to do something like this, let's say. And obviously, I'm doing my best to visualize this, right? Because I'm trying to twist it over. Mostly, I'm trying to do a twist as well. Yeah, cylinders are very difficult. I literally might be on this one for a couple minutes, right? So, difficult, which is fine. Obviously, love that it's difficult, but I also feel this weird pressure now that I have an audience, quote unquote audience, that I kind of need to be faster. But honestly, fuck you guys. Right, I'm not gonna let some pieces of shits watching my video. You special people are the ones I mean by pieces of shits. get in the way of my art journey, right? I'm sharing. I'm not sharing my suffering in terms of letting your opinions affect me. I'm better than that. I'm better than you. I'm most likely not better than you. Like, actually, you're probably worse than me. Actually, let's be honest. If you're watching my videos, you're definitely bottom of the barrel. But if you're as indecisive as I am when it comes to forming an opinion, you're definitely garbage. And that's why we're warming up. What a callback. Okay. Let's see. I want to bring it around like this. So what would that look like? Would it be something like... Yeah. Right? Kind of looks a bit retarded. But I'm trying to like indicate a twist here. That doesn't look the most accurate. Ooh, that was pretty good. Let's try again here. Yeah, this shit's hard, bro. Honestly. Especially cylinders, of course. Cylinders are always the most fun in that regard, right? But it's honestly a great exercise in actually trying to make things look believable, right? Okay, so that somewhat ended up being what I was visualizing, so that's good. But let me take a break. And I assume like apparently a lot of people who watch my videos are new now, although retention has gone to shit obviously after the first 30 seconds. So probably only the people left who actually give a shit about this channel are watching. But yes, welcome to my art progress channel. Watch me become great. All that shit, right? What else do I say? You can expect me to be amazing in 20 to 40 years. This is a delayed gratification channel, right? I am learning. I'm not excellent in any way. Not yet, that is. I primarily practice the fundamentals. Just watch my intro video to get a nice little slurp of my personality and just who I am and how I'm gonna approach this channel. Now fuck off. Go away. Come back though. Come back. And then come on my back. But go away for now. And watch that intro video. But anyways, fuck this, man. Let me rest my brain. I forgot how to be entertaining. Oh no, it's been 2 days. Yeah, I love drawing. It's just I don't know why I get these random blocks, right? That's the, I guess, frustrating part, you know? Because I genuinely do love this craft. It makes me very happy. Maybe this is the way I should approach it, right? Now I can do some loop-de-loops and shit. Okay, so... also have the Avatar theme stuck in my head. That's because I just watched the finale with my friends a couple of days ago. So you gotta keep thinking about it as a cylinder that's moving around, right? So that is obviously a curve that could have been better. This line specifically, and I'm trying to think what I could do here, perhaps. I want to make some interesting twists. Maybe like this. I'm trying to think. Because I want to do maybe like a loop-de-loop right here. We gotta think. As a cylinder, what would that look like? Gonna be mostly like this. I just get this part done, right? It's not the most accurate, perhaps, but what if I think I understand now. And that kind of covers here. So actually we could have done something like that. It goes down like this. So now we can understand that there's a loop-de-loop happening there. Okay, so I think I'm getting, well, I'm putting in effort, which is actually all that matters. I'm gonna re-stop thinking about getting better and just focus on the effort, right? We have to derive happiness from the effort. Or not happiness, sorry, yeah, pleasure. We need to derive pleasure from the effort we put about, not the outcome, right? Enjoying the process, all that shit. Same with this. If I kind of just imagine this is in a box, and actually the biggest thing I need to start doing is imagining, especially for bending, I want to start bending it, but imagining it's constrained inside a box. So if this is the box it's constrained inside, then maybe I can do something like this, right? And this is obviously very necessary to understand kind of spatial reasoning. I mean, obviously it is. Oh, but I made this way too thin, so this is why we have to think about proportions as well, everybody. Because technically, I could do this, right? But now it looks fucking dumb as shit. And I fucked it up! Yeah, I fucked it up. Holy, oh, because I connected it incorrectly. Oh, yes, I connected it very incorrectly. Okay, well, that's a lesson to be learned. Right, we have to pay attention to that. I fucked it up so badly, bro. That's so fucking retarded. Holy shit. Let's do that again. Let's do it this way. Yeah, I want to see. It's a bit of a struggle to figure out interesting ways to bend a box. Cylinder is kind of simple. Cylinder, you can literally just think about loopy, like a lot of loopy-loopies. Yeah, looping it, right? Turning it backwards, forwards, all that shit. Technically, I think you can do the same with a box, right? But then that involves a twist of sorts, you know. And I think maybe it's important to sort of split apart the twisting, right? Do I even have twists, box twisting, in this warm-up practice? I don't. So that's probably just going to be part of the roadmap now, right? Okay, let's think about this. Well, technically, we could add a little bit of twisting. I mean, it's important to visualize just sort of how yeah, see? So, well, first I'm going to do something like that, right? Because then we can just connect it. So that works out. And then it's, again, maybe an interesting bend. Because how would this look? Would be, I'm trying to imagine what that would look like. So like this. I think so, but maybe this curve needs to be more a curve. Well, let's try that again, right? This would be a good balance between figuring out a bending, as well as maybe perhaps making the bend a bit more unique, right? So we could do something like no. But now we have to think about perspective. Because first, initially, I thought this was being raised, but could we still raise it? Maybe we can. I do something like this, and then like something like that. And this is sort of, is that twisting inwards? Or sort of stretching, sorry. And then we could maybe what is happening here? That. And then again, gotta think about the calculations that I can do here. Does that work? I think that works. Let me rest my brain, and then we'll do some cylinders. I'm always trying to push it, right? Always trying to exceed expectations. Although I never got many of those during school. It was mostly Fs. Or what is it? No, NI, right? No, N, needs improvement, right? Yeah, or N's or S's. That's a lie. If you're an idiot, sorry, I can't relate to you. I was actually very smart up until the age of grade 9. Then my natural abilities, right? That's what I fucking hate about my childhood, is the fact that I was just told I was smart. I was never told I was hardworking. So lo and behold, what a fucking surprise! I didn't become that hardworking until I actually had to take matters into my own hands. So yes, if you have children and you're watching this, please praise them on their effort, not on their output or their latent ability. Even if they do have a latent ability, even if they actually are just bright, right? You always want to focus on the effort. Right? Fucking read The Power of Yet by Carol Dweck, growth mindset, all that shit for children. You never want to make a child or a human ever believe that it is essentially genetics. Like fucking, you don't want their life to be genetics. you want their life to be, I put a lot of effort in. I did my best. I tried to learn. But you don't want to lie to them either. Anyways, I'm gonna rest my brain. But yeah, I'm not an authority on having children, so before you're like, don't tell me how to raise my kids, which I am actually absolutely doing, but I'm not an authority, so you can take it up your butt as you will. Okay, let's do some cylinders. Oh, that them cylinders, bro. That them cylinders. But yeah, the thing is, I have a lot of fun when I draw, especially nowadays, like for the past month, because I've just shifted my mindset. I think I've truly internalized as much as I currently have, is just enjoying the process of problem solving, right? Maybe this just slightly like that. Do we see that plane? Maybe we do. Maybe that was a mistake. Okay. But Okay, what do I want this to look like? I want this to come out in front this time. So okay, I think I can still salvage this as long as I understand the logic that I'm trying to keep. Right? And maybe this is incorrect, but maybe I still can salvage it. It's the importance of thinking really hard. I'm really trying to think about the curve that I've established and it going over. Trying to think, because again, it's just essentially just a bunch of cylinders that are connected, right? You're just changing their angle slightly, and so on, until it's just a bend, right? A bent cylinder. That is a logic in which Antonio had explained it in ArtWad. Oh yeah, I have to shill for ArtWad, right? Until they make me an affiliate. ArtWad! So I guess that's my mating call at this point. So yeah, please sign up for ARTWOD. They have a freemium, all that shite, right? Antonio has a wonderful accent, you know. The community is great. People are always talking, and I report them. And honestly, if you sign up for ArtWad, you very likely will know who I am. It's fucking Viggy is not that common of a nickname, and it's not that difficult to discern where that nickname can be derived from, right? So if you do know who I am and you sign up, shoot me a hello, and I'll just ignore you and be like, I have no idea who you are. Sorry, I'm not the person you are seeking. It's completely gaslight you. But okay, I really have to think about this. Well, how am I trying to approach it? We can do something like this. Well, at the very least, I think I can confidently do this. Right? And then... oh, that was good too. This may be incorrect. I was probably preemptive with this curve, but this is how we make mistakes and this is how we learn from them, right? Hashtag the effort, not the result. But again, I'm trying to see if this can be salvaged, right? Because if I... So what? Should I do something like this? Wait, what the fuck? I don't think that makes sense at all. Yeah, definitely didn't salvage it. I guess what I was going for is this was trying to twist over. Or, I was trying to go for something like this. It's the line, and then it's sort of, yeah, it's going down like that. So it's coming around, going down like that. I don't think I accomplished it with this one, so let's try again. But obviously from a different angle. Right, so it's... oh, okay. Maybe I can... does this make a difference? No, that just makes it look even more retarded. But... much time has happened? Okay, 25, bro. Damn, almost 25 minutes. But yeah, I think I enjoy bending boxes and cylinders. I think truly my only limitation is my own, I guess, creativity, right? And I think focusing on cylinders would be really helpful in understanding the bends. Because okay, so what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to twist it over, and it's gonna go like around. So again. So what is it, like this? Is this what it would look like from the top-down view? That, right? It's basically what I was trying to do, is just twisting around, or turning, bending, right? And then just going over itself. Actually, maybe I did have the right idea here, but the execution was awkward. Maybe, because now if we look at it again, yeah, it could very well be that it went around. So I think the biggest issue is the connection I made here. Maybe it didn't make the most sense. I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out, right? But let me rest my brain. Slurp on my good tea. And I think the reason I struggle with making quote-unquote interesting or novel shapes look pleasing to the eye might just be because I literally don't know how to design. I've probably said this before. I just don't know how to design, right? And I genuinely think Artwad would benefit from a design roadmap, right? Just literally just practicing using the shapes that we've learned and making them look like something interesting, right? Yeah, Artwad would benefit fucking tremendously from that, because then they'd actually have people who are designing, right? And I get it, they want to become like their whole thing is now that they want to become the go-to platform for learning how to draw, like having strong draftsmanship skills, which is important, which is extremely important. So if they're trying to do that, I think the next step is just make draftsmen that know how to draft, right? Like who know how to draft interesting shapes. I fucked this up a little. It didn't need to be that small. And we do have this here as well, right? The bottom. Okay, well, could have definitely made it a bit more readable, right? So just something like this, right? A little bit of a twist, something like that. See, slight bending, slight twisting to the bend. That's actually really helpful in terms of, I guess, making interesting shapes. I could actually, honestly, if we're continuing that logic, right? What am I doing? I could literally turn this into contour manipulations that are bending. That's a way to make it look interesting. Right? And this is a way I can really test my spatial reasoning, because now I have to bend this shit, right? Like so. See? Now, this is amazing because now that looks like shit, and we have so much space to explore with that. What was I doing? I could literally have turned this into contour manipulations, right? This is actually a great way to practice contour manipulations and bending at the same time, making them more advanced, right? But obviously I kind of rushed into this one. But as long as I keep it in mind, I think I have something here. Let's see, but this angle I definitely struggle with. Not when it comes to imagining, but when it comes to clean lines, right? Wonderful, holy shit. We can actually do the same thing with cylinders, where we do something like this. Something like that, right? And then we can obviously I'm fucking it up a little bit, but could literally I'm just trying to think now, because this does have a little bit of a bend. So I can make this the top, this the top. So like that. Oh, because there's a cylindrical shape. Oh wait, no, that doesn't make any sense. This can't be connected to this. So there's a twist here that I unintentionally made because I'm a fucking moron. But because I'm a fucking moron, oh my back! We can obviously practice this a bit better. So this is actually twisted. Interesting. So how can I make this more complex? Because if it was just bent, this would actually be flipped. So would I do something like this? So that probably could have been a bit more drastic. So like that. That doesn't really make it feel as if it's... Maybe this could have been a bit more subtle, right? Not bad for a first attempt though. Great, so we can practice cylinders as well as sort of manipulated cylinders. And again, maybe just right. We can bend that to be something like right here. Really good exercise in spatial reasoning as well as practicing the curves, right? So I could something like that. Again, this is probably something that we'll be doing later on anyways. But to sort of practice it with this is also really good, I think. And this can just be like that. Like this is a good I can't even fucking speak. But this is a great way to showcase the inconsistencies in my line as well, right? With you see, like it's just the curves. Yeah, the curves need to be more consistent because now they look awkward because they're not aligned properly as well. So lots of good things can be done here. Same with again, if it's just like if I do maybe slightly manipulated cylinder, right? Cylinder that maybe has like a Pac-Man type of cylinder. And we're still trying to bend and twist in multiple different ways. Right, so this could it's coming down like so. See, now I have to really think about the contours that are dropping in, right? Which is great. So now I have to think about, is it like this? You know? Right? Is that what works, or is there more to that needs? You know? Right? Does that make sense? Where's ta-da! See, that does make sense, but again, my lines aren't connecting properly. Holy shit, this is so fucking good for, yeah, just contour manipulation. God bless you, Antonio Artwad. God damn it, bro. This is so good. And now I can kind of just get inspired. I think the biggest thing is to look at real life, right? So if I just look at any shape in real life, okay, this, perfect. I literally just found one. So it looks like this. This is just a part of the wheel of one of the wheels attached to my tripod, right? So it's just something like this, and then it gets bigger, it comes back around. It's like that. There you go. Then we can focus on bending this shape as well. Instead of just bending it. Yeah, I can do bending and twisting, I guess. We can do something like something like that, right? Now we have to figure out how this works. This is what I wanted to do. I think I just needed a way to grind my brain even more when it comes to spatial reasoning, right? This is what we wanted, and now I can actually spend a good fucking like entire back of the page doing this as well. So yeah, I guess bending and boxes and cylinders is now no pun intended, manipulated into doing contra manipulations, bending boxes and cylinders with a little bit of twists. It's just fucking, oh, my jokes are getting shittier and shittier. But at least the burping is consistent. Okay, so that's, now I gotta really think about this, right? Yeah, so this part is attached to this part over here. You gotta think. course, make it more complicated. Because now I can focus on something like that, right? Of course, this part will be very subtle. Just become attached like so. But we can't forget that this attachment so having clean lines is so important because now it's just we've lost it. But the idea is there. That's what matters. Right? The more knowing we make this for ourselves, the more we can focus on really having the clean lines to showcase that. Right? It's another way you can manipulate a cylinder. You can do something like this. Yeah, kind of just like a W, I guess. And we can okay, so this might be a bit jarring, but randomly, thankfully, only around 10 seconds were lost. But I ran out of storage on my phone. I had to transfer all my videos that I'd recorded up until this point over, but I still drew a bunch while that was happening, just practicing more of these contour manipulated bends and slight twists. Fucking lisp. And yeah, we're just gonna draw for another 20 minutes and I'll finish up my hour, right? But yeah, not much was lost. I finished this. That was it, thankfully. So let's continue onwards, right? Let's see. I think I'm starting to get it down a bit more in terms of just like the type of sort of visualization I'm going for, right? You know, I'm trying to make sort of awkward shapes, right? Not awkward, but unconventional shapes. So when I do sort of twist it or change it, it does, yeah, it sort of, it's unique is what I'm trying to go for. Right, so I could do something like this. I do. Something like that. Right, it's not the exact shape, but fuck me. Oh my god. Now I'm fucking playing soccer with this Dom. Damn, Cap. I really can't speak today. But it's okay. I thankfully don't have a standard to meet when it comes to my literacy, so everybody's used to me speaking like a fucking idiot. Woohoo! Okay, let's see. I do have quite a unique idea, I'd like to think, but completely bastardized by my lines. Yeah, completely bastardized. But this is the connection I'm going for, right? So we can do something like that. Yeah, the lines don't help whatsoever. Oh, shit. I just realized. This is opposite. This side is on this side. So I actually kind of fucked it up a little, didn't I? But funny enough, we could still make it a bit of a twist. We could still end up twisting this, actually, yeah. Okay, so not what I was going for whatsoever. But we can make the most out of it, even if it looks fucking Jesus. This is why you need clean lines, everybody. This is why lines must be appropriate, because look how much I struggle with this angle, right? It's so painful. I mean, it's a good type of painful, but it's still painful nonetheless. Yeah, at this point, there's so many fucking lines going on, and because it's not clean, this just looks stupid. And also, I'm pretty sure it shouldn't be twisting like this. Right? Should be a bit more. What's my dad yelling about? Wonder. Probably lost half his mustache somewhere. Okay, let's try that again. Yeah, let's try that again. How much time is it? It's already been 4 minutes. Jesus! De Cristo. But let's do this again. Okay, something like that. And we have something like this. Right? So the curve again was supposed to be much more drastic, but I guess my lines are just not the best today. At least not from this angle, probably, right? But thankfully, I think I'm slowly getting better at visualizing this, so it's not as bad. But yeah, guys, we're just trying to create slight bends and curves and twists, right? If I were to perhaps have a cylinder over here, right? And we want it to twist in over itself. I think it'd be something like right. Stop like right there. Oh yeah, I kind of figured this out a lot more while I was practicing on my own. So now this looks, see, like what I was trying to do here, right? Yeah, kind of figured it out a bit better. So now it looks a bit more legit, although this curve is a bit wonky. But yeah, and I'm obviously fucking trying to work on the presentation of my practice. But again, does presentation really mean much to me when I'm just practicing? Kind of. I guess I kind of have to worry about it, or not worry, but think about it purely on the basis that I have a fucking audience, quote unquote. Most of you just use me as ASMR. Hopefully, you just don't actually watch what I'm doing because it's probably fucking painful to the eye. But yeah, see, another little Pac-Man shape. And here's the main thing I have to think about now is just how do these twists work, right? Because it's basically we're cutting a part of the cylinder out, so if this is right here, right, if we're gonna twist this, I gotta think really hard about how this twist is gonna work. Because let's say I want this to be connected here, right? Like this is connected here. Then we have to think about the twist that's occurring. But is it occurring like this? That almost seems retarded. Perhaps to excel, you must be retarded. We'll have to see. Does that make sense? Still figuring things out, obviously, but does that make sense? This one, this twist. I did something similar here. I feel as if there needs to be more subtlety to it because I'm approaching it like I would a box, and maybe that's not the best way to go about it, right? Again, what the fuck, I don't know why I wrote Tata there. I don't even remember why I wrote that shit. But again, same thing, right? Just trying to think. If we're twisting this, even if we're doing a bend of sorts, so would it be something like that? I'm trying to, obviously it's slightly different, but is that correct? Well, no, because I should have made this a lot bigger, I think. But even then, yeah, that's difficult. That's good. It's good that it's difficult. Let me just rest my brain. Yeah, I don't know why my voice sounded so high pitched there. Let me just rest my brain. Let me rest my brain. There you go. That's what I sound like. Oh God, I can't undo it. I'm stuck like this. No. Shit joke. Okay, maybe I can. But this is actually what I really like about my practices, is the fact that I can essentially make really horrible art, and I get to showcase the practice behind that, right? I'm really happy that I don't have to shy away from showcasing the sort of the reality behind art practice, which is you're gonna make so much fucking shit art, bro. Like it's gonna be hilarious how much shittier, sorry, shit's like this and then this. Yeah, how much shittier your art's gonna be. You see, like I make so many mistakes, and exorbitant. Is it exorbitant? I think it's exorbitant number of mistakes. But again, that is the beauty. If you're not making mistakes, you're not really learning, right? Growing, increasing your girth. It's this process of girth expansion that creates the good art. And if you want to be girthy, sign up for ArtWad. I don't even know how I managed to fit it in there. I'm a fucking genius. Again, visualizing this is, I think, getting slowly better. Although I fucked up that line completely. But again, this angle is very difficult to do. And of course, this is actually this making a lot of hard edges on these shapes is a great way to practice my lines, right? This isn't fully what they teach in the contour manipulation, and again, I've kind of turned it into that. ArtWad specifically teaches, that's their whole things, is it's all about contour manipulation, right? That's their sort of bread and butter when it comes to spatial reasoning, and honestly, from what I can tell, they're the only platform that approaches it that way, which is, well, good job, you have this, but how do we go from this to something extremely complicated, like this over here, right, like that. There's a bunch of random shit happening all around, right? How do we go to that? Simple. you start with breaking these down first, right? Being able to manipulate it, you know, and then obviously putting it all together and shit. But yeah, I think they're the only ones from what I can tell. That entire concept blew my fucking mind when I first saw it. But let me do another cylinder. Okay. And I know I did something different where I was trying to make it look like I was wrapping around a tree, so I actually haven't done enough of that. I should do that tomorrow. I should, apart from the content manipulations, I should do fuck, I think I broke my back with that burp. That burp fucking resonated down my spine. I should do more of like that wrapping around another cylindrical object, right? Cause let's see. So how would that work here? Well, we can start with what I always start with, which is just there you go. Which is just why is my voice so fucking nasally right now? Jesus Christ. Or is this what I always sound like? Fuck. If this is what I actually was as I was downloading and getting like transferring my videos because I need to clear up space, I realized how shit my voice actually sounds. It made me very sad. Okay, so we have something like this. Sort of, I guess this is the thing it's wrapping around, right? Work in progress. Bending cylinders to this degree is pretty fucked, as they say. And then let's do another, I guess, contour manipulation, right? Try making it a bit more. Yeah, my lines are kind of gone to shit right now. It's funny, actually, when I practice on my own, they're really nice. Right now, not so much. Okay, something like that. And then we could. Okay, you can see to that degree, which is good. So I'm trying to indicate that this is a bit further down in a way. And now what would that look like? Something like, again, this is also contingent on this line not being so shit. Oh my god. Yeah, holy shit, I really do struggle with this angle. Bruh. Brother. Oh my god. The potential was there. But, you know, that's the fun part, right? Oh man, I'm really clenching my asshole with this line. But of course, on the way back, it's a lot smoother. Okay, that was that was something. It's been 17 minutes. Okay, I want to just leave it on this page, so let's keep practicing things on this page. Right, gotta make it look like I'm actually doing shit. Although I don't know who would watch this garbage, to be honest. I'm surprised that some videos where I'm like, nobody's watching this. People actually watch it. I'm so fucking confused. What is wrong with you people? Seriously, what the fuck? What are you guys even finding entertainment in? I guess as the joke I made per the beginning, my mole, what the fuck, my boring, droll, monotonous voice, as I said. Right. Yeah, you guys are fucking weird. And of course, my good old and girls, because I have to remember to do that. Okay, see, now that's a bit better. I don't know if it makes much sense, actually, because I fucked up the angle here. But let's keep going. We can just do something simpler. I'm trying to imagine what are some other shapes that I have around me. Give me some shapes. Okay. Again, this tripod has some really nice shapes. So we can do... Now we can imagine how this would go. Very complex, actually. Because I want to... It's the sort of a manipulated cylinder. A lot of these shapes I want to imagine as a manipulated cylinder. Right? So... There you go. That. And this would be very subtle, almost as if you wouldn't even see that side. It's something like this. I don't know how the fuck I did that. Sometimes I just do it and I'm like, okay, I somehow did imagine that. I'm having trouble visualizing today. Or maybe this is just how it's always been, and I'm just not recalling the struggle, right? I guess let me rest my brain. Maybe I'll just end it on this. Maybe I'll draw something, just one more thing here, right? But yeah, it might be good to end it here. Let me just rest my brain. Okay, cool. Honestly, this was really fun. And I think maybe thinking about it in terms of a plane being carved is more helpful as well, right? So if I do something like this, then that, and then maybe like this, it's also going that way. Right. And then Antonio specifically does state you want to start tapering. Actually, that's one thing I haven't been doing is tapering, right? So I do keep that in mind. You see how this is tapering? Perhaps but again, it needs to be more I think drastic. Tapering, curving, those are all things I'm still struggling with. See, look at that shit. Look, it shouldn't have gone that big that fast. But there are many things in my life that get very big very fast. There you go. What I've realized is you guys really seem to like my outro. Because retention goes to shit about during a huge part of the video. It always seems to come back at the end. Okay, so I fucked that up, right? But I'm sure many of you loved listening to this. As always, like that shit. You guys seem to like that. But yes, maybe I should beg for likes and subscribers at the end too. If you haven't done it since the beginning, please like and subscribe, guys. I really need that shit. But apparently it helps with engagement, and apparently begging works. So yeah, please like and subscribe. And as always, fuck you for watching. Keep drawing, and please give me money.